Hey, what's up everyone, it's your girl Brand Shanae, and today I'm be sharing with you my October book haul, so please stay tuned. And I am back. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Today I'm be sharing with you my October book haul. October was very good to me. I received some ARCs, and altogether October was just a month where there's a ton of releases coming out at the same time. So first book I want to share with you is Persuasion by Jane Austen. I got this out of a book box and I really liked it. But here is this is like an exclusive addition to it. It's like a little pocketbook pretty much, where you can just fit it in your pocket or your purse and it'll fit there and you can just read Jane Austen. I haven't read Persuasion, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. But this has a little edges, foiled edges and everything like that, and even on the back it says, "Pierce my soul, I am half agony, half hope." But yeah, I thought this was just so cute. I love now don't get me wrong, just be upfront with you, I have not read any classics in many years, and I have not read Persuasion ever, and I have not read Pride and Prejudice ever, but I plan on doing so soon, eventually. But yeah, so here's the first book that I received in October, or one of the books that I received in October. Then the next book that I can't wait to read, and who knows, I might add it to my November TBR. It is Broken Wish, the Mirror series by Julie C. Dow. So this is more like a storytelling type of way of, I can't say much like a retelling, I guess you could put it that way, but it's pretty much fairy tales and stuff like that with witches and what have you. But with this series, there's going to be, I think, three more books coming out. I know for sure two of the authors are going to be writing the two books, and that's going to be Danielle Clayton and L.L. McKinney. And I don't know the fourth author, but there's going to be 4 books in total, I believe, and they're all generations apart. So this one came out this year, and then the next book will be coming out in 2021, 2022, and so on and so forth. But with this book, let me just read the synopsis, maybe give you a better idea what it's about. And it says, so The Mere Broken Wish marks the first book in an innovative young adult series written by Julie C. Dow, Danielle Clayton, J.C. Cervantes, and L.L. McKinney, following one family over several generations and the course that plagues it. Welcome to a new sort of fairy tale. And for this fairy tale is located in Hanau, Germany in 1865. It says 16-year-old Elva has a secret. She has visions and strange powers that she will do anything to hide. She knows the warnings about what happens to witches in their small village. She's heard the terrible things people say about the Witch of the North Woods and the malicious hunts that follow. But when Elva accidentally witnesses a devastating vision of the future, she decides she has to do everything she can to prevent it. Tapping into her powers for the first time, Elva discovers a magical mirror and its owner, none other than the Witch of the North Woods herself. As Elva learns more about her bargaining magic and the lines between hero and villain start to blur, she must find a way to right past wrongs before it's too late. So yeah, I definitely look forward to reading this. Like I said, I might even stick it into my November TBR. But even I like the little book. It's gray with fuchsia foiling. So yeah, so here is another book that I purchased myself in October. Next book I got from Source Books, which thank you so much, Source Books, for this book. I cannot wait to dig in and read this book. And that is The Bone Witch by Ren Chiapeko, author of The Girl from the Well. So it says, "Let me be clear, I never intended to raise my brother from his grave." So yeah, I haven't read this book, but I do love the cover. I think it's really beautiful. But yeah, it just looks very mesmerizing, and I look forward to reading this. So we have this one. Next book that I will plan on reading next month in November is this book, because I didn't get to read it in October. And that is Jacqueline Woodson, Before the Ever After. This is one of her newest releases that just came out a month or 2 months ago, which I'm looking forward to reading so much, because Jacqueline Woodson is an amazing author altogether. She has written so many great books. I've read 2 books from her this year so far, and that is, I believe, Harbor Me and Behind You. I plan on reading Brown Girl Dreaming this year before the year is out. That's what I plan to do. But for this book in general, it says, for as long as CJ can remember, his dad's been everyone's hero, a popular pro football star. He's as beloved to the neighborhood kids as he is to millions of sports fans. But lately, his dad's forgetting stuff and has turned moody. The doctors think it might be because he's had so many concussions, but they're not sure how to help. That stings, and so does the day his dad embarrasses him in front of his friends. CJ's scared and has lots of questions. Will his friends stop coming over? Will his father get better? And are their glory days gone forever? For now, though, CJ's just doing his best to get by, taking comfort in his music and the friends who do have his back. Somehow, whatever's coming next doesn't seem half as scary with them cheering him on. National Book Award winner Jacqueline Wilson's powerful novel in verse celebrates our ability to adapt and bravely go forth when not happily ever after can be counted on. So this, of course, is written in verse right here, so it definitely will be a quick read. But pretty much this is, if you think about it, a football player having tons of concussions, he has CTE, which is some football players do end up having after they retire, or just having during their football season, and they can no longer play. So I really want to read this very much. I think, especially nowadays, even with young children who are playing at an early age, end up getting concussions. I don't agree with that. And I really don't want my daughter or my sons to play football at all. I'm really against it, but a lot of people say if they want to play, you should let them. So if they do want to play when they get older, sure, but I'm not going to have them playing when they're 8, 9, 10 years old. I'm just not going to do that. I think that's just too young. But I plan on reading this. And then even on the back, it says, even as a little boy, my dad would say I had all kinds of dreams and I was always somebody's hero. And I'd say, now I'm a little boy and you're everybody's hero. And my dad would smile, hug me. Sometimes there'd be the beginning of tears in his eyes. I didn't know why then, but I do now. It's hard to stay a hero. But yeah, I know this is going to be heart-wrenching. I'm going to be tearing up reading this book. But like I said, I love Jacqueline Woodson and I plan on reading this. Next book I read at a book tour, which I'm not going to read the synopsis, but I definitely will leave the video up above, or the link up above, so you can watch that video after this one. And that is When Life Gives You Mangoes by Corinne Gedden. This book came out on October the 20th, I believe, and this was a great book. I consider this middle grade. Some people consider this just young adult, but I really enjoyed it. Pretty much it's about a girl who doesn't remember certain things last summer, and it takes her a long time to figure it out until the very end, and things take quite a turn. So yeah, look out and watch that video after this video so you can get more basic stuff and information about this amazing this amazing book. But the cover is beautiful. Next book, I received both of these books, or 3 of these books, from Source Books. So once again, Source Books, thank you so much. So this book is this one right here, Kingdom of Exiles, and then the second book, which comes out December of this year, is The Frozen Prince. So this is the first book and this is the second book, and I think they did an amazing job with the cover selection. I think it's amazing. But yeah, so I have these books I received from Source Books, and then the other book I received from Source Books is Bedazzled by Ryan Lagala. Sometimes a breakup is your chance to break out. And this book comes out next year in January. And so for this book, it says, Rafi has a passion for creation. He's always chosen his art over everything else and is determined to make his mark at this year's biggest cosplay competition. If he can wow there, it could lead to sponsorship, then art school, and finally earning real respect for his work. There's only one small problem. Rafi's ex-boyfriend, Luca, is his main competition. Rafi tried to make it work with Luca. They almost made the perfect team last year after surreptitiously meeting in the rhinestone aisle at the local craft store, or at least Rafi thought they did. But Luca's insecurities and Rafi's insistence on crafting perfection caused their relationship to crash and burn. Now Rafi is after the perfect comeback, one Luca can't ruin. But when Rafi is forced to partner with Luca on his most ambitious build yet, he'll have to juggle unresolved feelings for the boy who broke his heart and his own intense self-doubt to get everything he's ever wanted, choosing his art his way. So I definitely looking forward to reading this. I probably will read this in January because it comes out in January. So got this book, Bedazzled. Next book that I received is from Beacon Book Box, and this is These Vengeful Hearts by Catherine Lauren. Secrets are the most powerful currency of all. So I believe this is more like an Alice in Wonderland retelling. I did not get a chance to read it in October, so I'm not sure when I'll plan on reading it. But I do plan on reading it soon because it's not really that long of a read, and I do like retellings. I promise you I do. So I got this in October. Next book I received in a book box, which is more like a rom-com book. It's All Stirred Up, a novel by Brianne Moore. Right here. I plan on reading this because this is really cool. Located, I believe, in Scotland, perhaps. I believe so. Yes, it's located in Scotland. So I think this is something, I believe this is a debut novel. And I just love rom-coms. I need some romance in my life. So I definitely plan on reading this soon as well. I have so many books, you guys. So I have so many books I need to get to. Is crazy. But I received also this book in October. Next book, I plan on reading this before the year is out. This came out a couple months ago, and I was able to get this customized or have the sprayed edges and everything by Pug Pages. So I waited a little longer to get it. So I have Smash It by Francina Simone. Mistakes Were Made. And this is the little spray edges that I was talking about from Pug Pages. She did an amazing, phenomenal job. And then she also did this as well to the book, Smash It. So I thought that was just really pretty, and little splatters of paint everywhere. That's just really cool. And with this book, this is an Othello retelling. So I'm like, okay, that's something up my alley. So yeah, I definitely look forward to reading this as well. So we have Smash It. Next one we have, this is a LitJoy Crate exclusive. This is a classic. This is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. So no one else has this cover. You won't find this anywhere else. LitJoy Crate has a classics collection, a collection that they planned on doing, and so they started out with Pride and Prejudice, one of the, I feel like one of the top 10 books and classics overall. But Pride and Prejudice, I just love this, and little foiled edges too. Like, come on, it's amazing. But yeah, even the cover, like I said, is exclusive. Nobody else has it. And it came with this nice little slip cover too. So we have Elizabeth and we have Mr. Darcy. But yeah, so I got this from LitJoy. So I got pretty much 2 classics in 1 month. I got Persuasion by Jane Austen, and I got Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. So yeah, woo! Next, here we have A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. I have not read this yet. I know a lot of people have. This is the OwlCrate exclusive edition. You see the foiled edges and what have you. And I know there's been a lot of controversy along with this book due to, I believe one of the references in the book was dreads, which Naomi Novik did not educate herself enough, or just did not educate herself at all before writing this book. And she promised that before she writes anything, she will research everything before she puts anything in her book, which I wish she did that before she put it in this book. You know, I feel like when you write a book and you're referencing certain things, maybe you should educate yourself before putting them in. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah, so I plan on reading this as well. I want to give my own opinions about the book to see what I think about it, and to go from there. So I received this, and this, like I said, this is the OwlCrate exclusive of A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. Next book that I plan on reading in, well, either this November or December is Lester, a Novel by Raven Leilani. And this is the book of the month cover, pretty much the book, as you can see right there, book of the month symbol right there. And with this one, it says, no one wants what no one wants. And how do we even know what we want? How do we know we're ready to take it? Edie is stumbling through her 20s, sharing a subpar apartment in Bushwick, clocking in and out of her admin job, making a series of inappropriate sexual choices. She is also haltingly, fitfully giving heat and air to the art that simmers inside her. And then she meets Eric, a digital archivist with a family in New Jersey, including an optimist wife who has agreed to an open marriage with rules. As if navigating the constantly shifting landscapes of contemporary sexual manners and racial politics written hard enough, Edie finds herself unemployed and invited into Eric's home, though not by Eric. She becomes a hesitant ally to his wife and a de facto role model to his adopted daughter. Edie must be the only black woman young Akilah knows. Irresistibly unruly and strikingly beautiful, razor sharp and slyly comic, sexually charged and utterly absorbing, Raven Leilani's luster is a portrait of a young woman trying to make sense of her life, her hunger, her anger in a tumultuous era. It is also a haunting, aching depiction of how hard it is to believe in your own talent and of the unexpected influences that bring us into ourselves. So yeah, I plan on either reading this either in November or December. I think I have a lot of books already in November, so I might have to switch to December and give my own review just alone with just this review to find out if I, what I think of the book. So we have this. Next one, I'm planning on reading hopefully very soon because everyone else has, and that is The Visible Life of Addie LaRue by V. Schwab. I heard nothing but great, I keep hearing amazing things about it still, and I think I want to get into this. It even says a life no one will remember, a story you will never forget. So I'm like, okay, this is a story I will never forget. I need to go ahead and read this book. So I don't know, let me know what you think down below if I should read this in November or December. Like, give me your thoughts about it if you have read it or what you just honestly think. But it says, never pray to the gods that answer after dark. France, 1714. In a moment of desperation, a young woman named Adeline meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. As she realizes the limitations of her Faustian bargain, being able to live forever without being able to be remembered by anyone, she sees. Addie chooses to flee her small village as everyone she once held dear is torn away. But there are still dreams to be had and a life to live, and she is determined to find excitement and satisfaction in the wide, beckoning world, even if she will be doomed to be alone forever. Or not quite alone, as every year on her birthday, the alluring LaRue comes to visit, checking to see if she is ready to give up her soul. Their darkly thrilling game stretches through the ages, seeing Addie witness history and fight to regain herself as she crosses oceans and tries on various lives. It will be 300 years before she stumbles into a hidden bookstore and discovers someone who can remember her name, and suddenly everything changes again. In the vein of The Time Traveler's Wife and Life After Life, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is bestselling author V. Schwab's genre-defying tour de force. So obviously that sounds good. Like, no one remembers her, but then after 300 years somebody remembers you. Like, that's insane. So planning on reading this soon, just don't know when. And then I got these two books out of like a little giveaway raffle. The first book is Judge's Girls by Sharina Harris. This came out a couple days ago in October. So yeah, or actually, yeah, this is supposed to be coming out in November, so this month, but I believe it came out even sooner. Who knows? But yeah, so this says it comes out in November, but I could have sworn, no, I guess it does come out. I thought it came out earlier, but no. It says on sale on October 27th, but then it says here November 2020. So who knows? But yeah, so I have Judge's Girls. I heard a lot of good things about this, so I'm planning on reading this. And then I also received this in a raffle, Black Book, a novel by Mateo Escobar. There's nothing like a black salesman on a mission. And this says, for fans of Sorry to Bother You and The Wolf of Wall Street, a blazing satirical debut novel about a young man given a shot at stardom as the lone black salesman at a mysterious, cult-like, and wildly successful startup where nothing is as it seems. So, this sounds amazing. And this book comes out in January of next year. This sounds something right up my alley for sure, and I definitely plan on reading this possibly just in January, because yeah, a lone black salesman in a startup company, pretty much like doing his own thing. Like, how do you do that? Like, it's crazy when you're the only black person in the room. Like, it's really awkward. But yeah, so this is something I plan on reading in January. And then I received this right in the mail today, and it is a book. So I'm gonna add this to my October book haul. And this is from Penguin Random House, so Penguin Teen. So thank you, Penguin Teen. And this is, it's from Cork Books. This is from Cork Books. Thank you, Quirk Books, and it is A Secret Santa, The Gift That Keeps on Giving, a New York Times bestselling author, Andrew Schaefer. Ooh, wow. So we got this. This sounds amazing. So let me see what Quirk Book says. It says, Dear reader, Halloween may be over, but spooky season doesn't have to be. Quark is excited to welcome back Andrew Schaefer, New York Times bestselling author of the Obama-Biden mystery series, with his campy, creepy holiday horror novel, Secret Santa. Since advances are now available, I'm sending you a copy based on your interest in the title from our Fall 2020 catalog outreach. I hope you enjoy. And this says, give you social media. Thank you in advance for sharing your thoughts with fellow readers across social media. And this is, please tag everything, all the social media and everything. So yeah, so this is something that I'll be reading in December. Secret Santa, The Gift That Keeps on Giving, and it looks like a spooky read too. So it says, all at once for Christmas is you. Out of work for months, Lucy Mayer is desperate to work anywhere in publishing. Prestigious Blackwood Patterson isn't the perfect fit, but a bizarre set of circumstances leads to her hire and a firm mandate. Lucy must find the next horror superstar to compete with Stephen King, Anne Rice, and Peter Straub. It's the 80s, after all, and horror is the hottest genre in the industry. But as soon as she arrives, Lucy finds herself the target of mean-spirited pranks by her coworkers, who clearly don't want her there. The hazing reaches its peak during the company's annual Secret Santa gift exchange, when Lucy receives a strange gift that she recognizes but doesn't understand. Suddenly, her coworkers begin falling victim to a series of horrible accidents, and Lucy suspects her gift is involved somehow. With the help of her former author, Fabian Nightingale, Lucy must track down her anonymous Secret Santa and figure out the true meaning of the mysterious object in her possession before he destroys the company and possesses her. So, yes, so this sounds like a Halloween book for sure, but then again, it's Secret Santa. So definitely something I'll read. It's a horror book, and it's not really that long. So yeah, planning on reading this in December. But that is it, you guys. That is all the books that I received in October. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was super long, but I just wanted to share with you everything that I received in October. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thanks so much, you guys. See ya.